let's take a look back. This was Piner a year ago tomorrow. Some houses reduced to rubble, roofs gone, trees down. When Night on Your Side photographer Greg Singleton arrived on the scene just half an hour after the tornado hit, neighbors were already out, armed with chainsaws, ready to lend a hand and checking to see if everybody survived. Doug Imhoff survived, but just barely.
I walked in the front door, set my wallet and stuff down on the wall inside, and turned on the news. I heard them long enough to just say it was coming toward Piner, and then our cable went out. I went downstairs. I was on the phone with my wife, and I laid down in the furthest front corner, talking to her on the phone when it ripped through.
What did it sound like? I mean,
like a train running through my house. It was the scariest thing I've ever heard.
And 1 year after the scariest thing he ever heard, and I'm sure ever saw, Doug Imhoff is standing here in almost the same place, but not standing in rubble like last time.
Correct.
You've got a whole new house that you've been working on.
Yes, yes.
I guess I have to wonder, when something as devastating as this happens, how do you find the energy and the strength to rebuild and go on?
Well, you know, like saying earlier, it's one of those things where you don't really have a choice. I mean, you have to pick up and move on. That's the only thing you can do. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, you don't have anything at that point if you don't. So
I know you have one room where you have a few things that were left, but you lost just about everything.
Yeah, yeah. The whole first floor, it was a ranch-style house. Whole first floor pretty much got wiped out into the front yard.
You share this picture again because I think it's so wonderful that you found that. What does that mean that you were able to find your wedding photo?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, we lost a lot of stuff, and this was actually on a shelf in our entryway, and the entryway actually ended up out in the yard. So we were able to find this, and it has a little chip out of the top here, but other than that, we got it.
Yeah. What does this house represent to you that you've been able to rebuild?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, to us, it's just a house.
Yeah. But the whole community has worked together on this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of volunteers, a lot of neighbors helped out. The B-Crafts actually had me and my wife over for dinner numerous times when we were living in the fifth wheel. The neighbors have meant a lot and done a lot for us.
Yeah, it's an amazing community.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And I know you have done a lot of the work yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just like Nathan, I think that this has been long days and long nights. You've been working your job and then coming back here and working on your house.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been a long, drawn-out process.
Yeah.
Tiring.
Well, thanks for having us here.
Thank you. And can I say one thing?
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say that, you know, through all of this, you know, the toughest part, I would go through a tornado 10 times over, but the hardest part through all this was losing Janet Cooper.
She was sort of the soul of the community.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. She was actually the first person I met when we moved out here a little over 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And she was an amazing lady, and that was the hardest part through it all. I would go through all the headache and hassle 10 times over if we could have her back.
Oh, a great loss for the community.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Dave.
Thank you.
Doug, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And now let's go back to Julie in the studio.
Very touching to hear from him. Thank you.